Good Friday morning, everybody. KOLD News 13 time right now is 5:48. You're taking a live look out from our Casino del Sol camera this morning. A really warm day and warm weekend ahead, folks.
Well, KOLD News 13 live this morning is your source for live local late-breaking coverage throughout southern Arizona.
We have a team of reporters. We have late-breaking weather and traffic alerts and all of your big overnight headlines.
KOLD News 13, as you can see, has more resources to keep you informed than any other station here in town.
And topping your headlines at this hour, we are still waiting to find out the identities now of 3 of the 5 bodies found burned in a car in the Pinal County desert. We now know that 2 of those bodies are those of James and Yafet Butwin, the parents of the missing family from Tempe. The Pima County Medical Examiner says further tests are required to find out the identity of the remaining bodies, but he is certain they are the Butwin children. Tempe police say that shell casings and blood were found all throughout the Tempe home, indicating that the victims were shot in different rooms. They found 2 guns also inside the burned vehicle, a suicide note in James Butwin's office, and another one sent to a friend. That investigation continues this morning.
Today is a big day for Wildcat baseball fans.
Well, yeah, the Super Regional playoffs start today between the U of A and St. John's. It's all happening at High Corbett Field.
And that's where Ryan Ferran joins us live this morning with all of the details. Ryan, good morning.
Whom it may concern, please accept this official note excusing Kayna Whitworth from work to attend the Arizona Baseball Super Regional game on Friday, June 8th, starting at noon. Bear down, Andy and Greg. That's the baseball coach and the athletic director. So
I have the note.
You have the note. There you go. All right. Well, Kayna's out of here. Hopefully Joan and Aaron don't use the note. KOLD News 13 time now is 5:38. We're coming right back.
So this is really cool. A unique find in Canada. Take a look at this blue lobster. I'm fascinated by this. Bobby Stoddard says that he and his crew caught this last month. They were in Nova Scotia. The University of Maine Lobster Institute says that blue lobsters are a 1 in 2 million phenomenon. Isn't that incredible? The crustaceans turn blue because of a genetic variation. Stoddard offered up his find to a nearby Ocean Research Institute. They didn't want it though. He also tried selling it online, says he got a few strange calls and emails about that one. Right now it's just cooling its claws in a holding tank until Stoddard can decide what to do with it. I was reading, so basically the lobsters that are blue produce this extra protein that makes them blue.
Wow.
And I want to point out that Mark Stein wants to eat it.
Well, I mean, does it taste like a normal lobster? If it does.
Lobster cordon bleu?
You're ridiculous. It looks like somebody painted it though.
Like spray paint.
Aaron, would you eat it?
No, it's too unique.
I agree.
It's too cool.
Focus on Barber, of course, but a highlight for a lot of people, I think, having Gabrielle Giffords there as well.
Well, yeah, wasn't that something else to see her walk up and cast her vote yesterday? So really, what was everyone else's reaction to that?
yeah,
18-month-old girl fell out of the SUV. You see her walking back now, kind of stumbling, and then she falls. This happened in Texas last weekend. Now she's highlighted in that circle. Then someone runs out of the SUV and grabs her.
She's been a fighter against breast cancer ever since she's been in town. Kayna Whitworth.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? I see a lot of pink out there. I really like it. I am truly committed to this cause. It's been an absolute pleasure of mine to prepare for this race. I've got to meet a lot of local survivors, women and men that are fighting, and it's been wonderful. I have to tell you that I've been passionate about fighting this for a very long time. My grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was very young, and she's a survivor. She's 90 years old today, and she's here. And she's sitting right over there. There she is, standing up. It's my 90-year-old grandmother. She fought and beat breast cancer. And I love her so much. And she has taught me how to be a fighter as well. And so I want to help all of you. I'm truly committed to this cause. And as I mentioned, it's been an absolute pleasure of mine to be here today.
Yeah, well, Heather and Scott, I tell you what, this is really creating a lot of buzz nationally, but I'm right here at our local chapter of Susan G. Komen for Southern Arizona. We're on Broadway and Swan, and the phones here have been ringing off the hook all day long. People are mad, they're frustrated, and others are supportive of this decision. Now, I want to talk about exactly what this means. Let me break this down for you real quickly. Komen roughly donates $680,000 a year to Planned Parenthood. But there are 122 Planned Parenthood affiliates across the country, and only 19 of them ever get money from Komen. And I tell you what, Susan G. Komen for Southern Arizona does not give money to Planned Parenthood of Southern Arizona, and they never have. And I spoke with their executive director here today, Jamie Leopold, and here's what she had to say about this relationship. Take a listen.
Actually has no impact on our Southern Arizona community of women. Planned Parenthood has not been a grants recipient of ours at all in our 13-year history. They did not have a grant before us in this cycle that we're pursuing right now.
So again, that is what she is saying. They have no relationship. This is not affecting people of Southern Arizona. Jamie also wants people to know that, you know what, you have a say in where the Susan G. Komen money goes. They have a community of volunteers and a grants panel, and she would like to hear from you. If you have any ideas on where their grant money should go, I will be putting her email address up on my Facebook page momentarily. In the meantime, though, we need to expand this a little bit, and as we take a bigger look at Arizona, in Phoenix, Planned Parenthood does get money from the Susan G. Komen affiliate there. They get about $20,000 a year, and that goes to outsourcing their mobile mammography units, and they usually help about 120 women in the Phoenix area. Again, that money coming from Komen. And I spoke with Annette Reuter from the Phoenix Planned Parenthood, and she says this will make an impact.
It's going to be a real loss for the women that we would have served. We valued our partnership with Komen, and we think that's a real loss.
So again, people were taking to Twitter and Facebook and sounding off today, and we want to hear from you. It is important for us to mention that we here at KOLD News 13 are partners with Susan G. Komen of Southern Arizona, but we are covering this story from both sides of the aisle. Again, we want to hear from you, so we urge you to log on to our Tucson News Now Facebook page and let us know what you think about all of this. Coming up in our later shows this evening, we're going to be talking to some breast cancer survivors and just getting some more local reaction for you. So I'm Kayna Whitworth for KOLD News 13 live.
Now going to share with you the 5 secrets of the longest living people in the world. So this is a pretty cool headline that I found this morning. This is all brought to you by Dan Buettner. He is the author of this book I want to show real quick. It's called Thrive, Finding Happiness in the Blue Zones Ways. So he basically did all this research, traveled the globe, and found out that really there's kind of 5 things that the people that live the longest have in common. And he's talking about people that live to be at least 100 years old. And he said that people living in the Greek islands actually live the longest. And as you go through, these are the top 5 secrets. The first one, folks, is eat lots of vegetables. So let's just keep that in mind. Eat your veggies, your whole grains. He says that will add 6 years to your life expectancy. So we'll start there. The next one is that he said they take naps all the time. Now, I'm an excellent napper, terrible sleeper, so I don't really know how that works. They say they get a lot of exercise, and what's interesting about this is that it's not like they go to the gym and lift weights or hit the treadmill. The island itself, a lot of the Grecian islands are very hilly by nature, and so people walk everywhere. So it's just incorporated into their lifestyle. And then they say, really put down that TV remote. Now, not, of course, when you're watching our show, because our show is awesome, but they say put down the remote. Don't make watching TV a habit. It should be something that you actually just kind of set out for a little bit of time to do. So again, here's the book that he is the author of. It's called Thrive. I think it's pretty interesting. I went ahead and put this on my website, but before we go, because this is perfect, I say eat lots of vegetables. Mark Stein's headline is about a Burger King bacon sundae. So there you go, Aaron. Firefighters continue to make progress now on the wildfire in the mountains southwest of Tucson. The Montezuma fire is now 90% contained. It's burned 1,700 acres in steep terrain on the west side of Babaquivari Peak. The blaze continues to threaten a handful of structures. Authorities are saying that the terrain is so steep that only aircraft can fight the fire directly. Full containment expected by Sunday.